is well known that the state of Maharashtra is the wealthiest in India. It's also super ambitious. It wants to be a $1 trillion economy by 2029. It wants to be in the driver's seat when it comes to fintech revolution. Essentially, it wants to be at the heart of India's growth story. And the man in the driver's seat is the Chief Minister, who's been in this position for a third time. Chief Minister, a pleasure to have you with us.
Same here, thank you.
We talked about how there's so much angst out there, uncertainty. Give us a sense of how that's impacting investor sentiment. We know that the likes of Blackstone, AWS, have committed billions of dollars to the state of Maharashtra. Are you now sensing that potential investors are sitting on their hands slightly, waiting for more clarity?
So I don't think so, because today is better than yesterday and tomorrow will be better than today. And I mean, this all global headwinds which we are experiencing, we have also assessed that, and we feel that that's creating a new opportunity for us as well. So we are aligning ourselves as a new destination for a global supply chain. And I think our investors believe in us. So, I mean, after all this headwind started, we are interacting with our investors and they are also confident, they are bullish. They don't feel that, something is going to impact them as much as it is talked about. And you see, these shifts are creating opportunities for which we are trying to be ready. So I'm absolutely sure that our endeavor to become a $1 trillion economy, we have already charted the path, and I don't think that these headwinds will be able to disrupt us.
So how are you positioning the state to lure the investments? Where are the opportunities? We know that the state is seeing a new phase of industrialization.
So you see, right now if you look at Mumbai is already our fintech capital. And now the fintech and AI revolution is actually captured in Mumbai. And who's who into fintech is now coming to Mumbai. And I think that in the space of fintech and AI, we are focusing more on Mumbai. If we look at the IT revolution and biotech, we are focusing more on Pune. If you look at new sectors like AV, we are focusing Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. Now our new destination is Gadchiroli, which is fastly becoming the new steel hub of India. And I think if you look at the new industry, we are focusing more on the new industry into green technologies, into smart technologies, and we are experiencing a lot of interests because of global situation. I think the +1 policy we are experiencing here. So we are actually doing business with all the major global players. We are doing it with Toyota. We are doing it with Hyundai. We are doing it with NTT. And also the Indian global companies like Reliance, like JSW, like Tata, like Mahindra. Everybody is investing in Maharashtra.
So for those watching and investors waiting to dip their toes in the state of Maharashtra, where should their money be going to?
So I think it depends upon what is their interest. Because Maharashtra,
where would you like
Maharashtra offers a menu. So I mean, you can choose. So if like in the coastal region of Konkan, we are developing a huge port now. Today, the biggest port of India is JNPT port of Mumbai. Now we are building a new port, which is Vadhavan port, which is 3 times bigger than Mumbai, and it will be on the day of inception. It will be amongst first 10 ports of world. So that is creating an absolute new ecosystem. We are building a new Mumbai near the new Mumbai airport, which will be 3 times bigger than Mumbai. We are building a 4th Mumbai in the area of Vadhavan, where a 3rd airport for Mumbai will come, where the bullet train will also stop. So entirely a new city, a new ecosystem we are building. We are building innovation city in the new Mumbai. This innovation city will be one of its kind, where we want to host all type of innovations and we want to create a city for innovation. Again, we are building a Edu city where all the foreign universities can actually house themselves. And we have already finalized 5 foreign universities which are amongst first 100 global universities. So if you look at in and around Mumbai and Pune, a huge ecosystem is being created. But apart from that, if you go to Vidarbha, a new ecosystem you can see where now solar manufacturing, a lot of solar manufacturing is being done and a lot of interests are being created there. So I think in every part of Maharashtra, there is an opportunity, and not just opportunity, but we are also creating an ecosystem. If you look at our MIDC parks, our industrial parks, all of our industrial parks are well equipped. They have very good infrastructure, and we are also creating 30 plug and play industrial parks where the industries can locate themselves, and we are working more on ease of doing business and cost of doing business. So we are trying to make this investment experience absolutely hassle-free.
You talk about building an ecosystem. One of the issues is actually talent. If you take a look at India as a whole, the young people, we talk about demographic dividend, but the young people are actually finding it hard to find jobs. And also skilled labor is hard to come by. You're talking about a data capital. You're talking about a fintech capital. Surely skills will be an issue. How are you addressing that issue?
So you're absolutely right. I mean, as we all know that 65% of the data center capacity that is created in India is created in the state of Maharashtra. So we are surely the data center capital, but at the same time, we are also startup capital. I mean, the young minds are innovating in such a way that they are creating beautiful startups. So if you look at the Startup India report, which is published recently, that shows that by absolute number and by absolute investment, now the startup capital is Maharashtra. It's no more Bangalore, it's no more Hyderabad. It is Maharashtra. And fintech capital is also Maharashtra. And also in the space of AI startups, Maharashtra is leading the way. So I think there's huge talent. There's no dearth of talent. There's huge talent.
So no shortage.
Not absolutely no shortage. There's huge talent. And I think with our endeavor of creating skill manpower, we have already started a skill university. This skill university is catering to create skill in all sectors, whether it is low-end skills or high-end skills. So we are trying to do that. Recently with Microsoft, we actually trained 10,000 women in AI. So I think this endeavor of creating skilled manpower is also there. So I don't think that there will be any dearth of skilled manpower in the state of Maharashtra.
The next Silicon Valley?
I think, yes.
I like the confidence. Yeah. Your officials, Maharashtra officials, have been very busy trying to lower investments. At the recent World Economic Forum in Davos, you signed 60 MOUs. That's massive.
Absolutely.
If translated well, that could amount to about $200 billion. Give us an update. 3 months down the road, where are you with those MOUs?
Yeah, so I'm happy to tell you that 80% of our MOU are in absolute rolling. They are in action. So we have already given them what we promised. We have offered them land. They have also taken land. And we are actually helping them in taking all the clearances. So I think 80% are absolutely on track, and 20% are also on track, but a little behind the schedule because they have certain regulatory issues which they have to comply. But I think, and after these global headwinds, we again interacted with them, and we made sure that there's no impact on them. And I'm happy to tell you, none of them is backing out. Everybody is there.
Can you shed some light on who the investors are, which companies?
See, there are companies like NTT in the space of data. Amazon is there. Indian companies are also there, like Reliance and JSW, who are doing global businesses. So you name it, and they are there.
So we can expect a record amount.
Absolutely, absolutely. We
are looking at about what, 35%? Maharashtra accounts for about 35% of the the FDIs
Yes,
that
yes.
India receives. I'm just
Absolutely.
wondering, given the optimism and so much interest and the growth trajectory, can the state contribute more than 35% in the next 3 to 5 years? Could it grow to 50% of total FDI in the country?
So if you look at, last few quarters, it has been 40%, 45% and 50%. Cumulative is 35%. But there have been instances in past few years that Maharashtra has received 48%, 49% of the FDI that came to India. And it's increasing. So I think, yes, there's absolutely, it is possible that we may go to 40, 45% of the total FDI that comes to India.
You know, there's been a lot of talk about the impact of the tariffs. If you take a look at what the OECD itself is projecting, slower growth for the world. And inevitably, more tariffs would mean slower growth, including for countries like India. In my conversation with the Commerce Minister yesterday, he said that there'll be little impact on India's growth. What kind of impact do you see on India and on the state?
So you see, Commerce Minister is more equipped to talk about that. But from the perspective of Maharashtra, we also interacted with certain experts. And in the major fields where Maharashtra is doing business, we see that there is a moderate impact, not very high. And in most of the fields, we see that there is a huge opportunity created. Like, in the textile, in the apparels, where Maharashtra is doing very well, there's a huge opportunity which is created. Even there are several sectors where we feel that a lot of opportunity will be created. So as of now, our first interaction with financial experts tells us that it's not going to impact us much. It's going to impact us moderately.
What keeps you up at night then? What are the risks you see for the economy here?
See, right now the biggest risk for the economy is climate change. Because, predominantly we are also agrarian economy. And agrarian economy is most impacted by climate change. But having said that, now we have started focusing more on climate resilient agriculture. We are working with the World Bank. We have rolled certain projects where we are trying to make our agriculture climate proof. We are trying to, we have announced a mission of AI in agriculture. And using AI modules, we want to make our agriculture more predictable. We want to make, the shifts of nature more predictable in the agriculture. So I think that is one area of concern where, ultimately much is dependent upon the nature, and that gives me sleepless nights.
There are also suggestions that the tariffs imposed by Trump may affect the farmers in India. Is that a huge concern for you?
I think, what interactions we had, we feel that yes, there will be some impact, but we also see some opportunities, some new markets growing. So I think, there will be shift in the supply chain, and we are making us ready to, accommodate that shift. So we are not as worried as, people feel that it's going to impact.
Chief Minister, is there any reason to be concerned about the state debt? Because if you take a look at the level, I think it's tripled in the last decade. For investors sitting here, is that something they should be worried about?
They should not be, because I think in India, if you look at the fiscal health of the states, in Maharashtra is the best. Because, you see, if you look at the trajectories set by our FRBM Act or by the Reserve Bank, not a single year we have surpassed. Our fiscal deficit is below 3%. We have maintained it. Our entire debt is just 17% of our GDP. If you look at other states, it is 24%, 25%. Actually, we are allowed up to 25%, but we have maintained up to 17%. And if you look at last 10 years, our GDP has grown from 13 lakh crore to around 45 lakh crore. So 3 times we have increased our GDP, and compared to that, our debt has not increased in that fold. So I think as of now, there is no area of concern. As of now, we are maintaining our fiscal health. And in Maharashtra, we have always tried to maintain our fiscal health because Maharashtra is known for good economy. We contribute 14 to 15% to the national GDP. And if you look at, these times GST collection figures, Maharashtra has excelled. I mean, if you look at, I wouldn't say our competitors because they are our fellow states, but if you put together number 2 and number 3 together, then also Maharashtra is more than that. So I think this huge buoyancy we could see, it's a 14% increase over last year in Maharashtra's tax collections. So I think things are fine with the economy.
Why is there a reason to spend so much? Where are you spending? I know infrastructure is a key one.
I think infrastructure is something which we are trying to create. I mean, you can see a change in Mumbai. With all the infrastructure projects today, we are building around 372 kilometers of metro network, out of which 115 kilometers is almost complete. We have created the coastal road, which is actually changing the face of Mumbai. This coastal road will be extended up to Virar, so it will be on the western side. The entire sea link will be created, and the western side will be decongested. We are creating a multi-modal hub which will be from Virar to Alibag. So that will create an entire loop around Mumbai. So the entire traffic of Mumbai will be decongested because of that. We actually connected Mumbai with the hinterland with Atal Setu, which is 22-kilometer sea bridge. It's one of the longest sea bridge ever built in India. And that has opened up an absolutely new ecosystem now with the new Mumbai airport and the connectivity with Mumbai. As I have told you, the third Mumbai we are creating there, where this Edu City, where Health City, where Innovation City, all these cities will be built. So I think, and not just this, but we are actually creating a network of access control roads. So if you look at the Samruddhi Highway which we have created, this Samruddhi Highway has actually connected us to 15 districts of Maharashtra to the port, to the JNPT port. Now we are connecting this Samruddhi Highway to the new Vadhavan port, and that will actually, give advantage to 17 districts to have port-led development. So around roads, ports, airports, our new Mumbai airport will be ready in next 2 months. We are actually building a new airport in Pune, a brownfield new airport in Nagpur, one more airport at Shirdi. So many airports we are building, ports, airports, roads, highways, bridges. I think we are actually creating an ecosystem to make us a part of global supply chain.
Some have pointed out, though, that a lot of the infrastructure that you're building is mainly in the metro area. What's the plan for the second, third tier cities?
So I think the metro area infrastructure is more focused. But actually we are building more infrastructure in the rural area, connecting the rural area. Like I told you, Samruddhi Highway is something, it's a highway which we built in spending 55,000 crores. And now that has actually given advantage to the farmers of 15 districts because they are connected to the port, they are connected to the cities, they are connected to the market. We are again building one more access control road, which is Shaktipit Highway, which will be from Nagpur to Goa. And this will be around 900 kilometers road, and it will actually give advantage to the entire Marathwada region. And again, not just infrastructure pertaining to the roads, but for the rural area, we are actually doing river linkage. 4 river linkage projects. These 4 river linkage projects will cost us around 3 lakh crores, but they will make Maharashtra drought free. So right now, the Godavari river, the Godavari basin, it caters to 49% of Maharashtra's agriculture in terms of irrigation and also in terms of drinking water and water for the industry. But it is a deficit basin. We are bringing water which is flowing from westwards, rivers, westward flowing rivers, which goes directly into sea. We are bringing that water to Marathwada, and that will make the Godavari basin a surplus basin, and we will be drought free. Again, in the Vidarbha region, we are actually building a 500 kilometer canal, which will be like a 500 kilometer new river, linking two rivers, and that will absolutely make Vidarbha drought free. So I think we are doing more in the rural area. However, the focus is always more on the metro area.
What's the vision? I mean, the theme says the next 25 years, but I'm not going to put that to you because you need a proper crystal ball for that. We can't even say how it's going to look in 5 years. But in 5 years, how do you see the state evolving?
See, there's an absolute focus vision which we have created. Like we created an economic advisory committee under chairman of Tata Sons, Mr. N. Chandrasekharan. 20 CEOs were part of it from diverse sectors, and they have charted a roadmap for us to make Maharashtra a $1 trillion economy by 2029. And some of the things which we are going to do is by 2030, due to our energy transition endeavor, we will be 52% green. I mean, today our energy mix is, last year it was 13%, next year it will be 25%, but by 2030, 52% of our energy mix will be absolutely green. It will come from non-conventional sources. Apart from that, this entire MMR region, we have created a plan for MMR region, because we feel that only the MMR region has capability to become a $1.5 trillion economy. So we are working on that. Again, one such cluster we are creating around Pune, one such cluster we are creating around Nagpur. So actually right now what we have planned is balanced development. In Maharashtra, although Maharashtra is a very forward state, economically it's very strong state, but there are districts which are lagging behind. So now the focus is on districts. We have created district strategy investment plans. We are investing in districts so that the districts which are lagging behind will also come forward, and the economic opportunities will be created in those districts. So I think that by next 5 years, one will be able to see absolute balanced growth in Maharashtra.
All that depends on funding, and a lot of the funding actually comes from remittances. I think Maharashtra receives 20% of all the remittances that India receives, and now we're seeing a crackdown on legal and illegal immigration. Do you see that in any way impacting your remittances?
I don't see that much, because I mean, I should not be saying this, but all that is happening is not of much of concern to Maharashtra, because Maharashtra's presence in US is in Silicon Valley. So I mean, they are the people who matter the most for US also. So I don't see any problem about that. Having said that, about funding, if you look at right now, globally, the investors see a lot of opportunity to invest in India. As you have seen that so much of investors have already come to us, and every day actually we are signing MOUs with global funds to fund us, and also right now even the global banks, they are very much interested in funding our projects. So as of now, we don't see any problem around funding.
Chief Minister, we have 20 seconds to go. I'll be remiss not to ask you this question. You have said that the successor of Prime Minister Modi will not come from the state of Maharashtra. What's the basis of that comment?
No, I have said that it is not right time to think about successor of Mr. Modi, because in 2029, Mr. Modi will be again Prime Minister.
Chief Minister, thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. But I think you have to remain to sign the MOU here. Thank you.
Well, a huge thank you there to the Honourable Devendra Fadnavis. What a true honour to have you here with us today. Thank you so much for lending us your time here at the IGF 2025. Now, please do stay on the stage. As you can see, we're just rearranging the furniture a little bit here, as we have about 5 MOU exchanges that we'd very much like you to be witness to. So please do stay on the stage. Just while we're rearranging this, though, did I hear correctly that you signed 60 MOUs over in Davos worth $200 million? So very impressive indeed. Is there anything in particular that you're excited about right now in terms of MOU signings?
No, I think I'm very excited that today also we are signing MOUs, and I think it's not stopping. I mean, people thought that Davos is like, one of its kind, but every day we are signing MOUs, so investment is pouring in, and I'm very excited about that.
Very good to hear. Right, I think it's time. So to do the honours for us, please give a very warm welcome to Kaustubh Dabse, who is the Joint Secretary and OSD to the Chief Minister, who is here with us to facilitate the MOUs. So please give a very warm welcome to Kaustubh Dabse. A very warm welcome.
It's a great pleasure to welcome the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Eknath Shinde. Ladies and gentlemen, please. So we are taking over the proceedings for the next few minutes because this is quite an historic event. It's an historic occasion, and what you're going to witness is probably something that the state government has never ever kind of endured. So let me start by first introducing the first MOU. The first MOU or the first association is with a top global company, a company which is known to all of you as Unilever. But the Unilever's ice cream business, which is substantially large, they have decided to set up their first GCC, a global capability or a competency center in Pune. And we have the global CFO of the Magnum ice cream company, Shri Abhijit Bhattacharya. We also have Toloi, the CEO of the India business. And we have Prashant Premrajka, the CFO of the India business. And we have Shri P. Anarbalgan, the Secretary for Industries. Please join the stage. Please.
Thank you so much. Same here. Good to see you.
Please come.
Yes. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you can show it like this.
The Magnum Ice Cream Company's Global Capability Center in Pune. I'm just going to give the mic to Abhijit Bhattacharya to share his views on this historic occasion.
Thank you, Kaustubh. Thank you, Mr. Chief Minister, Mr. Deputy Chief Minister, the Secretary for Industry, senior government officials who are here, and dear colleagues and friends. Just a few words. When Unilever decided to separate the ice cream business, you know Unilever is an iconic company in India and worldwide. We were looking to set up a global competence center, and we, with an independent evaluation, found Pune as the best location in the world, not in India, in the world. And that's because it comes with an abundant talent base, which is actually great, because with companies like ours, we can help very skilled workers to make careers not only in India but internationally. So that's a great advantage. The whole story that we just heard on infrastructure makes Pune much, much more accessible globally, which gives us another big stage to come here. But it's not just about this company and coming to Pune and a new initiative. I can tell you that this drive from the government has been happening for years. So we are talk about it now and India now, but this is not new to the state of Maharashtra. I remember we set up a high-tech, in my previous role I was the CFO of Philips Worldwide, and we set up a high-tech medical equipment manufacturing facility in Pune, which Mr. Fadnavis himself had kindly inaugurated. And that was not the end of it. I think the biggest thing that keeps bringing me back here is the fact that during COVID, we were allowed to manufacture life-saving equipment, which was an example to the world because factories around the world had shut down, and Pune showed the world how you can still make life-saving critical equipment. So I look forward to this collaboration, and thank you again, Kaustav, for facilitating this. You know, we talked about dipping toes in the water. We are in head, body, soul, and heart. And in 2 weeks from the first call, we have signed the MOU. So if you want speed, this is where it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I now invite Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, the Metropolitan Commissioner, to please grace us with his presence on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard about MOUs that are made, and we witnessed one historic one today where investments are made on stage. But what is extremely critical is about the infrastructure work which was earlier led by the Honorable Deputy CM when he was CM, Mr. Shinde, and the Honorable Chief Minister now, which is moving forward in that direction. And in order for us to really make sure that these infrastructure projects are delivered on time, and that is the reason why I said that today is a historic day, we are signing a series of investment intents where funding has closed with top 5 institutions in the country. If you remember, Mr. Fadnavis, the Honorable Chief Minister, mentioned this in one of his speeches that about $100 billion is required by Maharashtra in the next few years, and that money is required to ensure that we create world-class infrastructure. Today, MMRDA is getting into the groove and signing MOUs worth $50 billion of investments that are going to come to fund all these historic projects. So let me start by first welcoming Shri Sanjay Kulshrestha, Chairman and Managing Director of HUDCO, and his team. HUDCO has financially closed 1,50,000 crores of investment to MMRDA for its infrastructure projects. That is worth about $20 billion US.
You can show it like this. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kulshrestha, for your support to MMRDA. I now welcome Shri Harsh Baweja, Director of Finance, REC, and Mr. Rahul Dwivedi, Executive Director, REC. Ladies and gentlemen, REC has extended a funding of 1 lakh crores to MMRDA. Thank you, REC, for your confidence, and thank you for extending this funding facility to MMRDA.
Yeah, I know. Work with us.
I now request Mr. Rajiv Ranjan Shah, Director Projects, PFC Limited, and his team on stage. PFC has extended funding worth 1 lakh crores to MMRDA for their projects. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not LOIs, these are closed funds. I have gone through a process, and today we are taking this opportunity, so this entire facility is available to MMRDA.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome Srimati Shelly Verma, Director Finance, IRFC and team to be on stage. This is an MOU between MMRDA and Indian Railway Finance Corporation to the tune of 50,000 crores. IRFC is extended infrastructure funding to the tune of 50,000 crores to MMRDA.
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Last but definitely not the least, I am going to request Shri Rajkiran Rai, Managing Director of NAB FID and team, National Banking for Finance, Infrastructure and Development, to exchange his MOU worth 7,000 crores to MMRDA. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. This is 4,10,000 crores worth approximately 50 billion US dollars, a little less than 50 billion US dollars. This, within the last 45 days, completes the commitment that the Honorable Chief Minister made that he is going to raise about $100 billion of capital. 50 billion has been raised from Indian financing institutions. And I take this opportunity to thank all the Indian financing institutions. I would like Manoj Ladwa, on whose very fertile stage we are doing these MOUs, to join us for a group picture. And I request all the MOU holders to please join the stage for a group photo, please. The industry secretary can also join. Please come here. Been done this side if you want somebody. Yeah. Up behind. Yeah. Please. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your investment interests. I am not going to request the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Eknath Shinde ji, to say a few words on this historic occasion. Manoj, you can stay on stage.
Namaskar. Jai Maharashtra. Namaskar, good morning to all. तुम्ही बसा समोर. All the dignitaries present here today, our Honorable Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis ji and other dignitaries, at the outset, I welcome all of you in this dynamic city of Mumbai, the growth engine of the country. I also congratulate the Managing Committee of India Global Forum for organizing this next 25 event, which will define the next 25 years of India's growth story. Mumbai is the growth engine of the country, and we are trying to increase the power of this engine. Our government is planning to make Mumbai and Maharashtra smarter. From industrial corridors and logistic parks to digital governance reforms, Our vision is to make this state the launchpad for India's economic leap into the future, which was explained by our Honorable Chief Minister just now. आज का दिन हम सभी के लिए एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। MMRDA देश की पहली सरकारी एजेंसी है, अथॉरिटी है, जिसके माध्यम से आज 3.5 लाख करोड़ के 4 लाख हो गए। कौस्तुभ 4 लाख हो गए ना, 4 लाख साइन हो रहे हैं। ये स्वदेशी ये सपोर्ट है और ये हमारे घरेलू निवेश के लिए भी एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। आज हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय जी ने हमारे महाराष्ट्र के लिए, महाराष्ट्र का विजन क्या है, महाराष्ट्र कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है, मुंबई MMR क्या हो रहा है और कितना पोटेंशियल है हमारे यहाँ, इसके बारे में आपको बताया है। आज MMRDA विद्युत मंत्रालय की महारत्न कंपनी REC लिमिटेड, पावर फाइनेंस कॉरपोरेशन, महारत्न हाउसिंग एंड अर्बन डेवलपमेंट हुडको, मिनी रत्न इंडियन रेलवे फाइनेंस कॉरपोरेशन, नेशनल बैंक फॉर फाइनेंसिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड डेवलपमेंट जैसी कंपनियों के साथ MOU साइन कर रही है। ये खुशी की बात है कि इस MOU में मिनी रत्न, महारत्न और नवरत्न कंपनियां शामिल है। वैसे महाराष्ट्र भी हम अपने आप में एक रत्न है और इसलिए महारत्न और ये सब इससे MMR में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के विकास को गति मिलेगी। गत 3 वर्षों में दावोस के वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम में 20 लाख करोड़ के MOU साइन हुए। यह अपने आप में एक रिकॉर्ड है। MMRDA ने MMR रीजन का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर मजबूत करने के लिए इस साल दावोस में 3.5 लाख करोड़ के रिकॉर्ड जो हमारे मुख्यमंत्री और उद्योग मंत्री के मार्गदर्शन में साइन हुए हैं, यह भी अपने आप में एक बड़ी बात है। 15 लाख के लगभग MOU साइन हुए, 15 लाख करोड़। वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम हमारे MMR को वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक सेंटर के रूप में विकसित करने में सपोर्ट कर रहा है ताकि निवेश आकर्षित हो और अगले 7 वर्षों में इस क्षेत्र के लिए $300 मिलियन की GDP के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। हमारी केंद्र सरकार भी मुंबई के विकास को मजबूती प्रदान कर रही है। मैं भारत के लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को धन्यवाद देता हूं और उनके कुशल मार्गदर्शन और समर्थन के लिए उनका स्वागत करता हूं, क्योंकि उन्होंने भी कहा था कि मुंबई को हम ग्लोबल फिनटेक हब करेंगे और महाराष्ट्र ये देश का ग्रोथ सेंटर है। आज भारत ग्लोबल कैपेबिलिटी सेंटर के हब के रूप में भी उभरा है। बेंगलोर, हैदराबाद, पुणे, गुड़गांव जैसे शहरों में कई GCC है। गूगल, अमेजॉन, गोल्डमैन सैक्स और JP मॉर्गन जैसी प्रमुख कंपनियां GCC भारत में कार्यरत है। आज हम पुणे में भी GCC लॉन्च कर रहे हैं नए से। ऐसा ही GCC का शुभारंभ पुणे में हो रहा है, जो हमारे महाराष्ट्र के प्रगति के लिए बहुत बड़ा योगदान होगा। GCC सिर्फ ऐसे देशों में बनाई जा सकती है जहां पर ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट ज्यादा ना हो और स्किल वर्क फोर्स हो। इन सभी पैरामीटर्स में हम आज हमारा महाराष्ट्र नंबर 1 में है और कई सभी सेक्टर में नंबर 1 वो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, वो आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने बताया है। IT, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, AI, डेटा एनालिसिस एंड बिजनेस सीक्रेट इंफॉर्मेशन, इंजीनियरिंग, रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट, AI, रोबोटिक्स आदि का उपयोग इन सभी क्षेत्र में महाराष्ट्र को उज्जवल भविष्य है। GCC भारत को दुनिया का पावर हाउस बना रहे। GCC के क्षेत्र का ग्लोबल लीडर बनने का पूरा पोटेंशियल हमारे देश में है। GCC हमारे देश के प्रतिभा को दुनिया के सामने ला सकती है। भारत में लाखों इंजीनियर, IT विशेषज्ञ और कुशल युवा है। GCC का इस्तेमाल करके नई तकनीक जैसे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, रोबोटिक्स और डेटा एनालिटिक्स में काम कर रहे हैं। ये हमारे युवाओं को मौका दे रहे हैं कि वे दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी कंपनियों के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर काम करें। GCC हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था को भी मजबूत कर रही है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आने वाले सालों में GCC भारत को $5 ट्रिलियन कि डिजिटल अर्थव्यवस्था बनाने में काफी मददगार साबित होगी। मुझे इस बात की भी खुशी है कि महाराष्ट्र $1 ट्रिलियन उसमें हमारा योगदान देगा, लेकिन नीति आयोग ने कहा है कि मुंबई एमएमआर में ही एक नहीं $1.5 ट्रिलियन का पोटेंशियल है। इतना बड़ा पोटेंशियल मुंबई एमएमआर में, और इसलिए आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है वो उसमें योगदान देने में महाराष्ट्र सबसे आगे रहेगा। गत 3 वर्षों में महाराष्ट्र में इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए काफी फेवरेबल माहौल रहा है। वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, स्किल मैन पावर और मजबूत सरकार ने महाराष्ट्र को घरेलू मतलब स्वदेशी और विदेशी दोनों ओर से लोग पसंद कर रहे हैं। आज हमारे मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र जी के नेतृत्व में हमारी टीम काम कर रही है, आगे बढ़ रही है, महाराष्ट्र को आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, और इसमें इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी, लॉजिस्टिक, सेमीकंडक्टर का निर्माण में निवेश को भी प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं। एडटेक, हेल्थटेक, एआई, ईवीज और क्लीन टेक जैसे क्षेत्र यहाँ मजबूत इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, स्किल और गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट के साथ फल फूल रहा है। एमएमआर जो वर्तमान में $140 बिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था है, इस साल 2030 तक $300 बिलियन के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने के लिए 9% से 10% की दर से आगे बढ़ना होगा। यदि यह लक्ष्य हासिल हो जाता है तो इससे अतिरिक्त 25 से 30 लाख लोगों को रोजगार नए मिल सकते हैं। यह भी अपने आप में बड़ी बात होगी। इसके लिए हमें अगले 7 वर्षों में $135 बिलियन का निवेश हासिल करना होगा। As we look towards next 25 years of India journey, I take this opportunity to appeal to you to come forward and work with us. We will work together. Maharashtra is open for business, and we are here to partner with you for success. With those words, I thank organizers for giving me this golden opportunity to share my views before this August gathering. Thank you. Dhanyawad. Jai Hind. Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much. And it really is testament, isn't it? Oh. You know, when we talk about IGF being a place where things get done, I think the signing of those MOUs and what we just heard there really is testament to getting stuff done. This is about India being open for business and making sure that that business is done. We don't just talk about it. Things happen here. I'm aware there's a little gathering at the front, so I will persevere nonetheless while that gathering makes its way out. And I hope that so far today has been fruitful. There is so much